So, you can leave your money anyone you want. You know, that's the point of this video. We're talking about executors, particularly in the last video on contracts. Which case was it? Oh, it was the case of Richest v. Scotthorn, where a grandfather promised his granddaughter that I'll take care of you, you can be a poet, you don't need to get a job. And then, so of course, she quit her job, she rented an apartment, bought paper, or whatever she did, and then he passed away. So he did pay for her, but then he passed away, he died, and after that, his estate, his executor, decided to stop paying, and so she sued him using the theory of promissory estoppel, also known as detrimental reliance. So, can you leave your money to your pets? You know, can I leave my money to, I can leave my money to anybody I want. I don't have to leave it to my wife or my mother or my sister or my children even. You know, can I leave no money to my children? Like zero? Sure. It's my money. You know, there's no law. Oh no, mints. There's no law that says I have to give my kids money. There are laws that say I have to take care of them until they're 18, however. So if my kid is under 18, even if I try to leave my kid nothing, he will get, let's say, you know, I have $100,000 and I die, my child will get a portion of that money meant to take care of him until he reaches the age of 18. And then that's it. So it is possible, it's not possible to leave a kid under 18 nothing unless he has or she has an alternate source of income. I mean, look, my specialty is not wills and trusts or estate law, which is a kind of specialty. My specialty is more Chinese law and contracts law. But it's definitely possible to leave your money to an organization, you know, a church or whatever. You can leave your money as a bequest and you can put conditions on it. So I could say, I leave my $100,000 to my sister as long as she uses it to open a church. And the moment she doesn't, then the money goes to my good friend Jackie. I can say that. I can make kind of any rule I want. So let's talk about leaving money to your pets. Now we have to start before then with the fact that some pets are rich. Richer than you think, a lot richer than you are. So the richest is the first one, Grumpy Cat. Now if you don't know Grumpy Cat, oh no, you can't see his grumpy face. Oh, you can't see his grumpy face. Oh, you got to look him up. You're totally missing the funny part because my face is there. He's like a big negative frown. Oh man, technology ruining a good Grumpy Cat. This is your assignment. Go on Google and find a picture of Grumpy Cat. This cat's worth $99 million. His real name is Tartar Sauce, which isn't any better, but he has a grumpy expression. That's it. That's what he's famous for. $99 million. Now, nobody left him the money. He, I should say, earned it. Olivia Benson is the name of Taylor Swift's cat. And this cat has appeared in a lot of commercials, including Diet Coke and Keds. This cat is worth $97 million on her own. You know, Taylor Swift could also leave her money, but the cat is worth $97 million, which is crazy. This is the only one I think on the whole list that I agree with. Boo is worth $8 million. And look at that dog. You don't think that dog is worth $8 million at least? I mean, look at that face. Oh my God, that's an $8 million face right there. The cats, I mean, Grumpy Cat, come on, who cares about Grumpy Cat? This was a Facebook employee early on who made a Facebook page when Facebook was becoming popular. And Boo got all kinds of sponsorship. I think he has book deals and book sales, and he does book tours. But oh my God, I could just stare at him all day. Can you imagine having that in your house? How much fun would that be? Street Cat Bob. So apparently this guy on the right is actually Bob. And Bob was a heroin addict, if I'm not mistaken. And he met this cat, who is a street cat. The cat's name is not Bob. The man's name is Bob. But this cat, you know, he saved this man. And then they made it into a movie where the cat played himself. He got to be in the movie, but Bob didn't. They had an actor replace Bob. I guess Bob is not movie heroin addict handsome, but the cat's a cat. So the cat is now famous. He's worth 5 million. That's Street Cat Bob. Now let's get into the inheritance, the real money. So at first, the richest animal that someone left money to was named Gunther the Third. Because, yeah, Gunther the Third, he had $145 million that was left to him. Okay, this was a German Shepherd, and his owner was the Austrian Countess, Carlotta Liebenstein, and she left her entire fortune to the dog. And then he died a month after she did, which is sweet. And the entire fortune went to his puppy, Gunther the Fourth. Gunther the Fourth, one of the first things he did, now when I say he, of course, there's a team of people who are in charge of his money. They purchased one of Madonna, if you know what that is, her old mansions, and a rare white truffle, which is like a mushroom, worth 1,000 pounds to give him. Now, of course, you know, that kind of money, you put it in a bank and you have the bank invest it and make good decisions. Now, Gunther the Fourth is worth $375 million. That's the value of this dog. He possesses several million-dollar homes. He eats almost only steak and caviar, and he has a team of butlers and servants who just watch him. That's what's wrong with this world. Gunther the Fourth has $375 million. That's a deeply, deeply problematic thing that we allow to happen. But he's a good boy. He is a good boy. He is a good boy. Now, Oprah, for those of you who know who Oprah is, she's a very famous woman in America, a TV personality, and she has five puppies that she adopted from a shelter, and they are currently worth $30 million. So she's worth $2.7 billion, but these were just homeless dogs that are now worth $30 million together, not each. You know, I'd say that'd be crazy, but we just saw Gunther, so, and he's a good boy. Blackie is a not very interesting cat, you know, there's nothing particularly special or interesting about Blackie, except for the fact that Blackie has $25 million from someone named Ben Rea. And Ben Rea gave his relatives nothing. For a while, he was the richest cat in the Guinness Book, not anymore, but his whereabouts are unknown. He's out of the spotlight. Another cat, Tommaso. Tommaso is a little more famous. You can find more pictures of Tommaso, but he has less money, you know. The late Maria Assunta gave 13 million, and this was, again, an alley cat, just a street cat that she found, but she got all this money from her late husband, and when she died, at age whatever that is, covered by me, then she left 100% of it to her street cat, which is a little sad. I mean, there are people in the world who don't have food, like a lot of people in the world who don't have food, and 13 million might help. Ugh, it's crazy. Conchita makes things a little better. This is the Queen of Miami. She does wear a Tiffany diamond-studded collar, and she owns a gold Escalade. That's a kind of car. So Conchita only has $3 million, which is a lot more reasonable. Of course, she does have like an $8.4 million mansion, but I mean, come on. Where's she going to sleep, in a doghouse? So her owner, Gail Posner, died in 2010 and left all of this to her dog. This is over $10 million, you know, the mansion and the trust fund. She gave her son $1 million. So I don't know how you would feel if you were the son, but imagine you're the son looking at this dog who is currently, has over 10 times your money. And this giant, big-eyed, dumb, okay. I don't like Conchita. Not as much as I like Boo. I do like Gigu. Gigu is a $15 million chicken. Because that makes perfect sense. Yeah, chickens, I don't get it. This chicken has, it's only 10 million? I thought it was 15. I'm not sure. I'd have to double check, and I just don't care enough to double check. but I think it's 15 million. But you know, 10 million, you put it in the bank, pretty soon it's 15 million. This was a publishing mogul. Pontiac, this is a good boy. Betty White, for anybody who knows who that is, it's a famous television personality, an actress in America, and she adopted this dog. He was a retired guide dog, and now Pontiac has $5 million, which is, I don't know. I mean, I think he deserves it. You know, look at his nose. He's got like a cute little nose. Choupette. Now, ironically, this is Chanel designer Karl Lagerfeld. He has $195 million, but I guess apparently he's not a psychotic person who gives it all to his cat. So he only gave his cat a very reasonable $3.5 million and is quoted as saying, "Whoever takes care of Choupette after his death will not be in misery." Because that's $3.5 million to take care of a dumb cat. I love cats too, but dumb cat. Bubbles, who you might have heard of at some point, is Michael Jackson's monkey. He only has $2 million. Like that's not enough. I don't know what monkeys eat, you know, bananas, I guess, but they don't like eat that regularly. Anyway, he moved to Florida, but he makes his own money because Bubbles is a painter, a monkey painter, and you can find his work online and buy it for $750 apparently for monkey paintings. But it's Michael Jackson's monkey, so that's still crazy. Silverstone is the world's richest turtle, which, I mean, it's got to be at least one turtle, right? If there's a chicken, that chicken has like 15 million. Silverstone is very little, comparatively, 27,000. So bookshop tycoon left a bunch of money to him, but I mean, 27,000, what are you even going to do with that, right? Rich animals, right? Makes perfect sense. But the point here is you can do with your money whatever you wish. If you choose to do nothing with your money and you don't leave it to anybody, it will go to your family, to your relatives. The rule on this is different in different jurisdictions. Like in New York, it would go to your husband or wife, not your kids, because the assumption is your parents will your husband or wife will take care of the children, and then if she doesn't, the state, the government can step in and give money to the children. But we won't give the money directly to the kids. We'll give it to the spouse. If there is no spouse or they're deceased or divorced, then a part of the money will go to the kids, part to the relatives. There's lots of rules. Different places have different rules on where it goes to first. If you don't give your money to anybody at all, it will escheat. And escheat means it goes directly to the government. If you don't have any will or any plan for your money and also no family, then the money just goes to the government. Nobody wants that. All right, I will see you guys soon for the next video.